D&D turned my life around. Dungeons and Dragons have been around since 1974. This was the source of all things geeky, nerdy, and high fantasy. It has been represented by pop media as a game teenage boys play in their parents' basement. From older video games to modern shows like Riverdale or Stranger Things, the name has been lurking in my life. However, it wasn't until 2019 did I first get introduced to it. I was introduced to the game during an extremely low point in my life. I was fresh out of high school, riddled by family problems and personal issues. I was transitioning from the bubbly academic life to the tough adult world. I was alone and in great pain from relational issues with my parents. Eventually, I resorted to moving out, getting a job, and navigating the world alone. All my friends were in college at this point. I never contacted them because, at that time, I was ashamed of being an out-of-college youth. I was descending into my personal dungeon, facing all my demons. I even dipped into certain vices such as alcohol and men. I was never interested in these things before, but it's amazing how pain can make one do the unthinkable. When D&D was introduced to me, it made me think, why just now? Why haven't I met tabletop role-playing before? The game allowed me to meet like-minded individuals and a community where I could truly be myself. I was reunited with my creative side again. It gave my 10-year hobby of world building a meaning. I was inspired to write again. But the best part of it all were the people. It's amazing how being part of a community can cure you. It's almost surreal how subtle loneliness can ruin our lives. D&D was a way for me to escape the real world in a good way. It allowed me to become a hero, going on a journey with people and leveling up. But wait, aren't these present in a lot of video games these days? Yes, it is. And there are massive communities of online gamers. The charm with D&D is that it's real. There are actual people sitting with you on a table. You can see their faces, feel their smile, and join in moments of laughter with every nat one. And these weren't lonely, introverted high school boys that I'm playing with. They are professionals. People in their 20s and 30s having jobs, paying bills, and managing relationships. If playing the game cured my loneliness, more benefits conjured as I took up the role of the Dungeon Master. The Dungeon Master, or the DM, is the one who facilitates the game. They are a mixture of director, facilitator, and sometimes referee. And that's just the few hats they wear. They also create the world, craft the plot, and track the characters with their unpredictable whims. Being a DM made me rediscover my voice. For someone with social anxiety, this was both a challenge yet a confidence booster. With every "thank you for the game, DM," my calloused, dark heart becomes softer and brighter. The people I played with have also recognized my world building hobby and gave their support. And this was such a significant thing for me because growing up, I've always loved to create these fantasy stories in this fictional world, and I've never really met anyone who did that before. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the only one who does it, but I've never met anyone in real life. Growing up as in elementary or in high school, I never did, and I found it weird. Why can't I just go and sing, or dance or ballet or karate or volleyball or football? But why am I doing this? It's kind of strange. If not for the greats like Tolkien, I probably would like stopped altogether, but I just love doing it. And with that, being a DM affected me so much because I even got inspired to get a new job after my previous one ended. However, my favorite lesson learned from D&D is the art of taking chances. It taught me that life isn't all about being as good as God. It's okay to not be good at everything, but what matters is recognizing your strengths and weaknesses and playing around that. D&D exposed me to risk. It allows me to fail through the eyes of my character. Yet the failures always fade away with a chance of success. It taught me the cliche yet true wisdom that you'll never know if you never try. So what if I'm not the best in the whole world? So what if there are people out there with more experience or earning six figures? If I don't give it a shot, I will never see success, right? Failure is inevitable, but if I continue with my journey, I know that I will level up. Rejection will always be there, but I have to try. Who knows? Maybe I will land a crit. As of now, I am still a low-level human being, but someday I know that I will be successful in ways I never thought were possible. I am ever thankful for having D&D in my life. And how about you? Has Dungeons and Dragons changed your life too?